Hello guys, welcome back to my podcast. Today is a beautiful day. It's actually raining right now, and what I've got in my calendar is a very successful program today, and just currently walking to the Department of Transport in Queensland, currently in Cairns over here in Australia, and I have a waterproof bag and it's raining right now, and I have to walk about 4 kilometers in the rain today. And no matter what, I have to walk actually 2 kilometers also in the rain, and then the rain may stop. So let's have a look at that. So currently here in Cairns and just enjoying my life. But guys, today's amazing topic is right now that no matter what, this moment lasts forever. Guys, this moment is going to teach you how to live life, how to do better in terms of living your life better, but also making sure that you project your emotions in terms of your life and making sure that you are in control of who you are. Now, the whole point of life is to live in the moment. It's to live free. It's to be financially free. And it's also the best time right now to gain financial freedom through time freedom. Now, the only way that you'll increase wealth is to increase your health. Now, the more health you have, the better for you. So guys, look to improve these areas: health, your time, and your finances. Now, your health is always going to get you more finances in the future. So the better you are in terms of your health, the more you can make money in the future. The number 2 rule is also make sure that you make more than enough time. Okay? So first it's health, then it's time, and then it's the finances. Time is more valuable than money, and health is more valuable than time, because health will give you more time. So realize that health is important in terms of health over money. Health is more important than money. Health is more important than time. Time is more important than money. Money only comes when you have more time. Money only comes when you have more health. Time only comes when you have more health. And also just make sure, no matter what, to get your health in order. Now, to create more time, you need to set some disciplines in your life. So how would you be able to create more time in your life? What you can do in your life today, and my apologies for my previous podcast, as I was in the water for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and actually the zipper over here that I have with my waterproof bag, I was unaware of what happened, but it was clicking for the whole podcast, so my apologies for that. So the only way to set more disciplines now is to make sure that you have more time. So how do you make more disciplines now to create time, and how would you do that? So some of the ways that I did make more time for myself is I said no more 9 to 5 job for me. So that automatically took off 40 hours a week of my life. I get to work on myself more. That's the first step. Now if you're in a position where you can say, hey, I no longer have to do a 9 to 5 job, then do it. You understand? Because never get yourself into the 9 to 5 in the first place. And just let that be for now. Now the second step for myself is I said, hey, I'm in a position where I have no need for a 9 to 5 job anymore, and I just left. And then when I left, I got myself on the government allowance. Now no matter what, here I am today, living and breathing and doing better than ever, as I have 40 hours a week more time to work on myself and to make my fortune. So no matter what, guys, you have to realize that in life, to succeed, you need more time. The second step is make sure that no matter what, you work part-time. Work part-time at a 9 to 5 job. So work the minimum hours required every single week so that you can make more time in the future to be able to create a business and to be able to make sure that you are as productive as possible in terms of your life. So say they force you to go work the 9 to 5 job, then what you do is make sure that you just work the minimum required every single week. So the minimum required here in Australia is 15 hours a week. So what I do is I make sure no matter what to travel and to do job search, but also make sure that no matter what, I am doing better than yesterday. So no matter what, say I do go work 15 hours a week somewhere, I can still travel Australia for the rest of my life. I can go around Australia working 15 hours a week. Anywhere. I can go Melbourne, I can go Darwin, I can go anywhere in the world in terms of Australia and work 15 hours a week and be able to move around on $618 a fortnight. Now, many people in Australia and most people in Australia can never do that. Why? Because $618 is too small for them. Now, no matter what, $618 is small for me, and $618 is nothing in terms of money value. But guess what? It's still money value. And guess what? It still gets me places. Now, obviously, the goal is to make more than that. So what do? I look in terms of, hey, I still have more time. I can travel. I can travel now. Yes, it's $618, but I get to travel for 7 months around Australia, which I've been doing already around, actually right now. I've been traveling around Australia for 7 months. And guess what? With only $618. Do you understand? So guess what? While those people are saying, oh, but it's a small amount of money. Yes, it's a small amount of money, but it's got me around Australia with that kind of money. Do you understand? How? Now this is how. I improve my habits. I go away from the 9 to 5 job. I stay away from part-time work. And I stay away from the 9 to 5 as much as possible. And nobody can force me to work the 9 to 5. As I have a business to grow, I have myself to grow, I have myself to work on. And I have myself to live a longer life than those people who are living the 9 to 5 job right now. So no matter what, I never believe in the 9 to 5 as it's working for someone else. And so what I do is I make sure, no matter what, to talk based on my experience and to put the I there. So that I can really see how to grow my life. So when I do speak in terms of my experience, I use the I word and I make sure that I am more powerful than anybody else. So those are 2 steps, guys. First, never go to the 9 to 5 job again. Just make a discipline, say no more 9 to 5 job, and let me do something according to my health and experience in terms of business and entrepreneurship. Learn, read some books, okay, and start to develop yourself in that term. The next step is make sure you just work part-time, okay, as this will at least free up some time for you to work on yourself more. Next, make sure no matter what in your life that you set some disciplines in terms of discipline for your health. So start to read about nutrition, because nutrition is a big part of health. And nutrition is going to get you further than anything else right now. Now, those people who are actually right now studying nutrition and learning something in terms of reading, business, entrepreneurship, they are the people who can actually get somewhere in terms of life. But those people who are rich and have money but never their health, those people have a short life. Now, to live a long life, you need health. Health is wealth. Remember, time is more valuable than money. Do you understand? And health gets you time. I'd rather have more time than more money. Do you understand? Because you can never get more time back. Do you understand? You can never get your time back. But you can always make the money back. So, guess what? That is why I say, the number 1 rule why I travel the world right now is because I'm better than yesterday. What does that mean? It means I have the health associated to be able to discipline myself and to be able to stay away from investing too much money or investing money into anything that is very bad for me. So I do invest too much money, but only in the best aspects of my life. So what are the aspects of my life? My aspects of my life are food, accommodation, and everything about me. everything about who I am today. So what I stand for. I never invest my money anywhere where it's lost. I never gamble. I never purchase processed food. I never purchase anything. All I do is I invest money anywhere in the healthiest foods that I can, so that I can live a longer life. Because living a longer life is more time freedom, baby. And you have to realize that health is wealth. So have more time to really see that no matter what happens, that you gain more time in your life. Now, money is never the answer. Now, money is only the answer when you have health. You have to remember that. Many people will go around saying, you must get into real estate, you must get into real estate, you must invest your money here, you must work a 9-to-5 job for 10 years so that you can accumulate this much money so that you can go and invest it in this kind of fund so that you can receive a percentage return on this kind of rate so that you can be financially free. Now that's fucking bullshit. You understand? The only fucking real deal is improve your health. Health is number one. Focus on your health first. I promise you, have the health, you have the wealth. Because when you have the health, you go teach other people how to create their health. You understand? And that's the business. Make health your business. If you are someone who never needs to live a longer life, please, this podcast is never for you. Okay? I need people in this podcast and program who are willing to learn about health and about wealth and longevity, and also having more time, freedom, and everything positive in life. Those people who are never dedicated to this podcast are people who are never listening in the first place. Now here I am in Cairns right now. It's pissing down rain, and guess what? I'm here doing a podcast. I have my shirt off as I put my actual collar shirt, because I never invest in shirts anymore. I invest only in collar shirts now for reasons so that I can actually show my body more around the world. And I take off my shirt every single day now for most of the day, unless told to put a shirt on, which then I put a collar shirt on. And since I did put my collar shirt inside my bag, guess what? It never gets wet. My collar shirt never gets wet with the rain. So guess what? I have swimming shorts right now, and my swimming shorts actually dry up anyway really quick. I have my backpack with me. The water can never penetrate my bag. And guess what? I'm loving life. I have shoes that are $12 on right now, and they're much more affordable for me than anything else in the world. So guess what? Yes, when you have a low number, when you say, oh, this was $7, this was $2, this was $1, never think cheap, think affordable. That was affordable for me. You understand? I think in terms of affordability. My shorts are $7. Yeah, it's affordable for me. Thank you very much. And no matter what, guys, remember, health is wealth. Health is more important than anything in the world. Those people who have health can really make a business. Those people who are making money in a 9-to-5 job and wasting time, they're wasting time most of all. $200 in Australia is the average income or average capital a week in terms of, it's actually $200 a day. So 8 hours a day, 7 hours, they give you 7 hours and 30 minutes to work and 30 minutes break time. Okay, that's the hourly rate here in Australia is $25 an hour, the average. So no matter what, you have to realize that $200 a day or for 8 hours is a fucking waste of time. 8 hours of your life will never come back again because of work. Do you understand? By the time you get to work, by the time you get back for $200, guys, you can be improving your health for 8 hours in the day. It's much more worthy to set some disciplines in your life and to work on your mindset for 8 hours than it is to work for $200. You understand? So what I do in life is I work on myself every single minute of every single day of every single moment in life. I'm always working on myself. But those people who have 2 weeks off in a year, oh wow, I have no weeks off in my fucking life. I have no weeks off. I have no time off in my life to go on a holiday. Do you know why? Because I'm always working on myself. And that's where you make a fortune. When you work on yourself, you make a fortune. What is the fortune? Health, baby. Guys, this is my podcast just for right now, as I have to go into the Department of Transport right now to get my license, my driver's license, so I can actually go and travel the world, and so I can go travel Australia. Guys, revisit me for part 2. Hello everyone, welcome back to my next podcast. So guys, no matter what, guys, today is an amazing day. I'll make sure to provide you the best information in terms of how to get forward and give you some ideas based on my life and how you can take those ideas and apply it into your life. Now, no matter what, guys, you have to realize that walking 2 kilometers anywhere is a waste of time, and you have to see much more than that. That no matter what, walking is a part of life, but always seek to make sure that you're active in your day. Now, those people who are active in their day are always going to be people who are more successful than those who are never active. Now, always be an active person. A person who is active is always going to make sure that they succeed more than others. Now, when you're active in life, you're always going to look sexier, you're going to be wealthier, you're going to have more money, you're going to have more abundance and success and prosperity, as well as joy and happiness, and you're going to be living in the moment. You're going to be more confident and courageous. You'll be more courageous, and you also have more of everything that is positive. Now, those people who are working out today, they are more in the health industry, and the health industry is the number one industry of the world. So make sure that no matter what, you become health, because health is everything that is much better. So when you have health, you can have the wealth, you can have anything in life that's always going to make you succeed, because you have the vitality, you have the strength, you have the vigor, you have the enthusiasm that comes with health, you have the charisma, you have the athleticism, and you're looking sexy, so every woman and man will need you in life. So those people who are leading the world right now are people who are really destroying it in health. So only just see this, that no matter what happens, that you love your life and that you see that health is more important than money. Because health is going to get you further than anything else in life. So make sure you do everything you must in life to make sure that you gain a better heart, and that you gain a better attitude, and that you gain confidence through looking better and through doing more in terms of health, and making sure that you focus and concentrate on yourself in life, and that you never worry about what people are saying and what people are doing. But make sure you're always seeking better ways of doing things in terms of life, and always making sure that you always give ideas. So giving ideas is a part of life. Giving ideas is everything, and those people who give ideas always love life more, as they are the rich people. Rich people give ideas, while those people who are poor only take ideas. So seek to be one of the rich. Seek to be a person who is far greater than everybody else around you. Have all the qualities that other people need, because that's how you build a business. A business is built through determination, drive, sex drive, but most of all, health. Those people who are taking disciplines to make sure that they stay away from certain foods, or look for certain disciplines to increase their time in some sort of way, so that they can increase prosperity and so they can be more of someone in the world. Those people have fame, those people have fortunes, those people are billionaires, those people have trillions of dollars, and those people are running the world. Now, in order for you to make sure that you live a longer life, you need to realize that health is number one. Health is going to get you further than anywhere else in the world, because health equates to time. The more time you have, the more financial freedom you have, because you can never gain more money without more time, and you can never gain more time without health. So seek to be a person of health first, have the health, and then the money will come along easily. But the most easiest way of life is to work on yourself first. Working on yourself all your life. You must be able to read, self-education. You must be able to get yourself around positive people, people who are far developed in any area that you need to be in, and be able to make sure that you learn faster than anybody else, because the whole point of life is learning faster and faster and faster. As those people who learn faster will always give you more, and they are always the richer people. Those people who learn faster adapt quicker, and adapting quick is the best way to go. So make sure no matter what, you're always looking for ways to improve, you're always looking for ways to do better, you're always seeking a better attitude for yourself, and self-reflection is key for your success. Those people who self-reflect are always the people who are leadership material. They're people who are leading the world. They're people who are healthy. They're people who have an attitude adjustment. And there are people who go back on their words to make a better way of life. Now, when I say go back on your words, I mean learn from your mistakes. Now, sometimes I may say a word that's so negative in terms of a sentence that's just putting people astray. But then I say no. Inside the program or inside the audio or inside the video, and I state what's the best way in that situation. And then when you state the best way, then that is the best way. And that's negative. That's never negative. The best way is never negative. Because the world is run by positive people. Only positive people. Positive people are the rich people. Now, everybody can be positive in life. Everybody can make money. Everybody can increase time. Everybody can discipline themselves. Everybody can stay away from jail. Everybody can do anything in the world. Now, only 1% of the world does it, and the rest think about it. So, no matter what, be the doer. Be the person who is out there giving positive information, starting seminars, going around the world helping people, and making a fortune out of being better than yesterday. Because it's about living life to the fullest. Now, no matter what, you may have heard about me in terms of my past and how I grew up. And no matter what, my life was never easy before. Do you know why? Because I was suffering. I was suffering for 10 years and 7 months. From the age of 15 to the age of 25 and 7 months, I was a nobody. In terms of my life, in terms of where I was going. And at age 22, I decided to start improving my life. I was still worse than yesterday at 22. And by 25 and 7 months, my age skyrocketed. And that means I became better than yesterday in terms of my life. But really, at 26 years old, I was at the heart of my career, and here I am still at the heart of my career. Do you know why? Because I'm always looking for ways to improve. I'm always leaving room for improvement. And I'm always doing better than my peak. I'm always doing better than myself. Why? Because I'm always looking for ways to grow. I'm that type of guy who has been taught by myself and by people around me in terms of ideas. I took their ideas, I applied it to my life, and now it's me. Those positive ideas that I grabbed from other people is now me. Do you understand? So what I do now is every day I wake up and I never want to kill myself, because there's a guy named Tony Yugoslav from The Walk Boy, and I used to watch The Walk Boy, and he says, I'm half Serbian, half Croatian, and when I wake up in the morning, I want to kill myself. So guess what? No matter what, because I'm half Serbian, half Croatian right now, that's my nationality. I'm Australian, I'm born in Sydney. I never want to kill myself anymore. Because my parents were divorced, and they are still divorced. But myself, I'm never divorced from myself, and I'm always looking for better ways to speak and better ways to give some humor in terms of my life. So no matter what, be a person who is always funny, but making sure that you stay on topic, because that's more important. So no matter what, guys, just remember that life equates to this moment. Those people who live in the moment are people who do more. Live in your feelings. Feelings are everything. Now, when I say live in your feelings, I mean use your emotions, use your body, use your bodily energy. So when you eat so that your body has energy to move around. But when you're physically exhausted, you find that you have to go sleep. But when you have mental energy, while your physical body is exhausted, you can still use your mental energy. Now, this is what Tony Robbins says. He says there are 3 types of energies in the world. There is the energy you get from food. There is your bodily energy, so your body creates energy, and the energy that your mind has at any given time. So what you need to do is always remember, when you are using your energy, to use all of your body's energy first in life, because your body is much stronger than the mind in terms of overpowering the mind in terms of energy, because the energies in the body is always much bigger, as the body always is accumulating more energy and making more energy for itself. So use your body's energy first, then use your mind's energy, okay? And eat less and less throughout time. Do you understand? That's what Tony Robbins says. Now, it actually is honest about what Tony Robbins is saying. Do you know why? Because most food out there today is either chemicalized or it's meat, and you have to stay away from meat, and it's very bad for you in terms of what they put in it. There's artificial flavors, there is preservatives, there is yeast extract, there is flavor enhancers. You have to stay away from that. There is sugar as well. You have to stay away from sugar altogether and never even eat natural sugars. And that's what I do. I have a diet of no sugar in my life. So I may eat natural sugars, but I stay away from it most of the time. Why? Because my body already makes energy, as Tony Robbins says. So what I do is I look for ways to increase my energy through the protein of plant protein. So I eat foods, for example, like tofu. I eat tofu. I eat beans, any type of beans. It can be lentils, it can be chickpeas, it can be black beans, it can be anything that's mixed beans, canola beans. It can be any type of beans out there. I can eat it. And there's also seeds. I can eat seeds. So at the moment I eat every single day 40 grams of protein just from seeds, from sunflower seeds. And I make sunflower seeds my every single day go-to. So when I wake up in the morning, I eat tofu every single day. It's the biggest meal of my life right now. It's 76 grams of protein. I weigh 70 kilos. Around 70 kilos. I weigh around 70 kilos right now. And for each kilo that you have to eat 1 gram of protein to stabilize that part of your body. So say you weigh 50 kilos. You need 50 kilos just to maintain your body. So by eating this tofu in the morning, that's 76 grams of protein, right now, I already stabilized my body in about 10 minutes. Which means my body can go with 76 grams of protein for the whole day. So no matter what, then what I do is I exercise. With that energy, I go and exercise more, and I start to build more muscle now. So because I've lost 47 kilos, I make sure no matter what, that when I wake up, I start journaling. I start journaling right away. I start to work. I never go on social media in my life anymore. I have no need for social media. Why? Because social media takes away a lot of my time. And most people in the world will never give you money unless you're famous. So guess what? I stay away from social media because people online are very fake people. They're very middle class people, and I only need to be around rich people. So I only be around myself. Why? Because I'm better than yesterday. I'm a person who's rich because I'm better than yesterday. So no matter what, you have to realize that no matter what happens, just be yourself and be a person who's always teaching something, because that's going to give you value. The person who teaches is rich in everything. Do you know why? Because to be able to go around the world and to be able to teach something, you have to live it. Otherwise, you're a hypocrite. So everything that I teach, I live it. So I wake up in the morning, I go to my journal right away. My journal is my work. What is my journal? My journal is work on myself. I work on myself first thing in the morning. I say, what do I have to do? What is my day ahead? What are my goal objectives for today? Where do I have to be? What do I have to get? What do I have to invest in? And I also do some uploading. Say I have to catch up, I have to do some uploading for my business. And also then I start moving. I start to go eat, because eating is a part of my business too. And make sure to eat the best foods for myself, because eating the best foods is going to require you to live a longer life. So I make sure no matter what, that each and every day I stick to the best regimen of food for myself that I can, which is beans and seeds, nothing else, guys. I just eat beans and seeds. No fruits, no vegetables, except for legumes, which are vegetables. Legumes and seeds, that's it. Okay? So that is my food class. So imagine you now, you may be eating fruits and vegetables, and also in terms of nuts and peanuts and processed foods, McDonald's, you may be going restaurants, and you may be eating out, or maybe eating whatever your dad cooks and mum cooks. Guess what? I never have to cook. I never have to let other people cook for me, because I eat in less than 3 minutes, straight away. I eat straight away. I have no need to make food for myself. Today I just learned that I have no need to buy or to invest in potato chips, because I have canned food that's actually has potato in it, has boiled potato in it. It's in water, and I just eat boiled potato. It's already made for me, and it's the cleanest. There's no oil in it because it's boiled. So that's what I do. And why do I do that? Because I've learned some information in my life. I've learned that eating better foods is much better than eating anything that's fried. So I stay away from fried food as much as I can, but fried food is my variety meals, which means that I can have it when I must, for example, have something new to eat. But for example, say you go to a restaurant, those are all my variety meals. Everything that you see in the restaurant is a variety meal for me. What does that mean? A variety meal for me is a type of way to eat where, say I have to just fill my taste buds. Nothing else. It's never the satisfaction meal. It's just something different for a taste. Because that's all that restaurants are. They just give you the taste. Nothing else. They fill it with fat. They fill it with sauces. They give you everything in terms of taste in restaurants and food courts. So when you go into a food court, you'll see rice, you'll see pad thai, you'll see noodles, you'll see everything. They're putting all these ingredients on it. All those ingredients is what you're eating, basically. So no matter what, for myself, I stay away from those foods as much as I can. I stay away from the rice and from brown rice, because brown rice, guess what? Most Asian stores today, they make white rice. And white rice has a lot of sugar. When the white rice goes into stabilization and starts to break down, it turns into sugar. And guess what? I stay away from white rice as much as possible because of that. Because sugar is no good. So what I do is I stick to two food classes for myself, which are seeds and legumes. And when I eat this way, I'm full of energy every single day. Now, when I wake up, I have the biggest meal in the morning, which is my tofu. Then throughout the day, I may have 2 cans of beans, which have 46 grams of protein extra, on top of 76 grams of protein from the tofu, and it's more than enough to last me the whole day. But then what I do, I eat some variety meals too. I may get mushrooms one day. There's actual mushrooms, the big mushrooms that you see in the stores. They're actually in the can and they're inside water. And then I just eat them, and it's nice. I just put it in my mouth and I start to munch on mushrooms. Just as a variety meal, just something new for me to eat. There's no protein in mushrooms. It's just to eat something different. So then I do that. Or I may choose potatoes instead of mushrooms to fill me up. So potatoes have 1 gram of protein per 100 gram, for example. So I may eat some potato just to have something in my stomach before bed. But potato has no fat in it. It has carbs, and carbs are really good for you. So eat more carbs and less fat in your life. So tofu has no fat. Tofu has no fat. So you can eat as much tofu as you need and you'll gain very small amount of fat. Also with beans has no fat. So the more beans you eat, the better for you. And then you have seeds. Seeds have no fat because the seeds, once it breaks down, it's either you shit it out or whatever happens there. So no matter what, guys, that's how it is. And you realize that seeds will never get you fat because seeds have a great amount of protein and also has all the nutrients you need. And then what I do is I also carry around spirulina and barley grass, but at the moment I have spirulina, as in Woolworths you can get it for $13. It's affordable for me, and I use that meal just in case. Say I'm very low on energy, or better, say I had very low of energy in my day. Say I had low energy in a day, I'll go to my green supplement and I'll take it and it will boost my energy. Now I can also drink spirulina 3 times, 4 times, 5 times a day, but for now, because of my food regimen, I have no need for spirulina at the moment. But say sometimes I may do physical exercise where I actually really train, because the most recent 4 days I've been doing Tai Chi and a lot of dancing in the park and a lot of dancing in the pool, and also been exercising my arms, my abs, and also my legs. And I actually done 143 kilometers in 4 days. Just light exercise, very light exercise. 143 kilometers in 4 days. So 2 years ago, I used to be doing around 60 kilometers a week. And about a year ago, I used to be doing about 100 kilometers a week for myself. And now it's 143 kilometers in 4 days for me. So guys, imagine for the next 3 days, I can make it 200 Ks a week for myself in terms of fitness and athleticism. So I never look at fitness anymore, I look at athleticism now. So to be athletic, you have to be able to train yourself every single day and do Tai Chi, and always make sure you're eating the best foods for yourself. So I always make sure, no matter what, I'm always eating the best foods, I'm always sleeping enough, because how much is enough sleep? Enough sleep is enough sleep. So make sure you're always sleeping enough. But there is no set time that you must be sleeping in a given day. They say 8 hours a day. No. Sometimes 2 hours is enough. Sometimes 3 hours is enough. Today, actually, it was 9.5 hours that was really enough for me to sleep today. But yesterday, it was actually 6 hours. So no matter what, I'm always looking, how can I increase my time value today? So the best way that I can do my value today is through a podcast and give you some value, because I learn through giving. Now, giving is the best form of anything. The more you give, the more you will receive. And I've actually experienced this. The more I give in terms of knowledge to other people, the more I learn from it. Because I have to state the words. I have to repeat again and again the same thing in a different way. And this helps me to become smarter in my area. So when I speak in front of a crowd, what do? I speak based on I. It's about me teaching you about how to live your life, because that's how I live my life. You understand? So when I teach you based on how I live. And then guess what? You pick up the ideas and you make that regimen part of your life. And then what I do is I sell my stuff. I sell me. I sell my value for a dollar amount. Now, no matter what, in daily life, I stay away from people as much as I can, because most people around me are middle class. And guess what that means? I have to stay away from people who have no value to give me. Do you understand? Because I do a much better job on my own than being with those people. I never have to be around middle class people. middle class people have to be around me. You understand? Because I never get lonely. I'm a sober person. I stay away from drugs and alcohol. I stay away from caffeine and soft drinks. I stay away from sugar. Now, no matter what, I still have to make sure that I do the best I can in terms of my life. And I have to make sure that I'm always disciplining myself more and more. And I can go and have natural sugars in terms of watermelons and fruits and peaches, and I can have myself a banana and have the natural sugar associated with that. But guess what? I stay away from it. Why? Because I have spirulina. I get the same amount of value in spirulina on all the nutrients, and I also save time that way. I never have to go grab a banana for myself. I never have to grab a banana for myself. I never have to go invest in fruits and vegetables in terms of anything that's besides legumes and seeds. Why? Because I have spirulina. I never have to walk around for 10 minutes collecting all these vegetables and fruits in the supermarket where the fruits are. Why? Because I have a certain regimen of foods where I just go and grab one, I grab two, I grab three, and I'm already on my way into a better life. So when I exercise, it's amazing because just recently for myself, I was exercising, and guess what I learned? I learned no matter what, after my exercise, I sit down on the spot and I start to eat right away. I start to eat my canned food. What do? 1 to 3 minutes. I open my food and I start eating it. I never have to cook in my life. I never have to eat fried food. I never have to go to restaurants to eat because I have already the food plan for me. And I'm always looking for better ideas. I'm always looking for better ways of thinking. I'm always searching, how can I boost my time? How can I give more value? How can I do more for myself? Because it's about me. When it's about me, it's also about you. So I have to look in my life, how can I boost my quality of life now? What can I do now to help me increase my time? So health is where I go in terms of my time. I have to make sure that I stick to my food regimen every single day so that I can live a longer life, because that's my goal. My goal is to live over 100, and I don't care how many people are, for example, going to restaurants. I never care about them. I never care how many people are in restaurants. When I see people in restaurants, I see people who are stuck in one place. I see people who act so big and so tough and so amazing when they have food on the table, but yet they're very fat, they're drinking alcohol, they're eating meat, and they think they're fucking rich. Do you understand? And they're middle class too. People who are nobody in the world, but only somebody to themselves. Do you understand? Now I'm a somebody for myself in terms of my life, but do you understand what I'm saying? They think they're famous because they have so many food around their table, but because I said that, it's only a reason for me to explain it in terms of an idea that I'm giving. So when they have a lot of food on the table, they're acting so arrogant and so cocky and so like they are rich. So I'm a rich person, I can see it because I'm better than yesterday. And the reason is that when I see people who act so big in terms of having so much food that is so bad for them on the table, and they give $1,000 for one night inside the restaurant, I say, you're an idiot, mate. Why do you do that? Why do you not go and study about nutrition? Why aren't you studying more and more about food? And that's why here I am today with the food regimens I have, because I've learned to take ideas and to apply them and to make sure that I have better ideas throughout time. So I'm always looking for more value. Who's got the value? So guess what? I go to Grant Cardone. I go to my mentors. And there's only a few mentors that actually teach me anything. Now, I have plenty of mentors who are in the health department. They're fucking top notch. And those people inspire me. Some people who inspire me that never teach me anything are Bill Goldberg, Novak Djokovic. Also, there's Tori Wilson, there's Triple H. All these people, for example, are in the WWE, and I make sure no matter what that I'm always first in my life. But I'm just giving an example in terms of who my mentors are. And there is Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who is my mentor. but they never teach me anything. Now, Dwayne The Rock Johnson actually taught me something, that no matter what, you have to step back and look at life and make sure that no matter what, that you put this boundary and you never go below that boundary. And now what he's talking about is integrity. You understand? It's a set food requirement, set regimen that you must have in life. And that's what I have right now. I understand The Rock and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, what he's saying. He's saying no matter what, when you have a line, you must never cross it. Otherwise, you're worse than yesterday. You understand? And that's why I'm always better than yesterday, because I never crossed that line. And that's what The Rock's saying. So he inspired me in that type of way, but I've already seen that information, and he just added more clarification for me. So guess what now? Now when I give public speaking seminars, when I give podcasts, I talk about I. It's me teaching you how to live your life, because I live it this way. You came to see me. I never came to see you. I came to give you value. You need to give me some value for my value, because I need to make some money off you and you need to get some information off me, and we need to build a business together. So what I do is I make sure I inspire people through my way of life so that I can live better for myself, and so that you can live better, so that I can teach you how to do that. So no matter what, that's what I'm doing. I only teach you how to live life because I'm already living it. Because I see many people can use my help, yet many people believe something of me that is very negative, but guess what? I'm not a negative person. I'm a person who's better than yesterday, yet they never see that, but I never care about them. And that's what you have to realize. To never care about people and never talk about them, but only talk about them in a positive way. Otherwise, when you talk about them in a positive way, you're actually speaking about yourself in a positive way. So that's why here it is. It's raining over here in Cairns at the moment. I've got my podcast going. There's a nice beautiful roof ahead of me. And I'm making sure no matter what, so that I can succeed, so that I can move forward, and so that I can make sure that I never get wet while I give a podcast while my phone is on. So no matter what, I'm always looking for better ways of thinking in terms of how to live my life better. And now I see many people who are carrying umbrellas on the road in terms of where I go. While it's raining, I have no need for an umbrella. Why? Because I never invest in umbrellas. Why? Because I have no need for them. Why? Because I find that having an umbrella on me takes too much of my space. So guess what I do? Instead of investing $7 for an umbrella to wait for a rainy day, guess what? I never wait for a rainy day. Do you understand? I expect for my life to never have an umbrella in my life. Why? It takes too much space, too much time for me. So no matter what, I always seek to have more space in my backpack and to be carrying less on my travels. So to even think about waiting for a rainy day for me is beyond absurd, because I never wait for a rainy day. I never have a rainy day. I never save money for a rainy day. I only make sure to use other people's money to increase my time value. So what do? Say I run out of money. I call somebody for some money. Give me some money, I'll give you this amount back. Do you understand? I borrow money and I return it. And that's how I use other people's money. So who would I borrow money off in my life today? I'll go to my mum, I'll go to my dad. Now, my dad has a small amount of money, and no matter what, when he helps me with money, I increase my value. And I increase my value more so now than before, because now when he gives me money, I actually use it. I actually use it the best way I can at the moment. And I've been doing that the whole time. But now what I do is I make sure that when I get some money, that I invest it in the best places for myself, so that I can actually prosper, so that I can actually grow, so that I can actually do something more incredible for myself, because my mindset has to be the best mindset. My mindset has to be top notch for myself. So I'm always looking, how can I boost my mindset? How can I borrow some more money off my dad? Do you know why? Because my dad is worse than yesterday. I'm better than yesterday. I need his money. Give me your money so that I can increase my time and value, so that I can give you more in the long run. That's the way I see it. And yet my mother as well, she gives me some money, and guess what I do? I use it for travels. I go and travel, I go and experience something because I'm already better than yesterday, and I use a lot of my money for traveling. Why? Because traveling is worth it for me. When I go traveling, I learn more than standing in one spot, for example, Sydney. So instead of being in Sydney for myself, I go and travel for 7 months, which I've already done in 2019 and 20 together, from July 4th, 2019 to the 23rd of February 2020. I've been traveling, and I'm still traveling today. Today is the 24th of February, and I'll be traveling for the rest of my life. Because I can, because I made the habits to do it. I made the habits. And yet people never see this from me. But what they must see from me is that I go and do all these seminars so that people can see how to do it as well. So I still have to start the seminars. I still have to go and do it in front of people. So this is my practice. This is my actual practice to be able to show you in front of your eyes how I actually do it. But no matter what, all you need is just this audio program anyway. Everything I say in my seminars, I say it in audio, I say it in video, I say it and do it in writing. I have many journals. My journals are very underrated by people. Do you understand? Because my journals will teach you so much more than my videos and my audio programs ever will. Because my journals will actually teach you what to stay away from. While audio and video will give you the ideas, but you have to take them from the video. But my journals will actually show you typically what to stay away from. That's why I have journals in my life. I write journals every single day, and I make sure to write value in those journals as much as I can, and then I sell it. Do you understand? I sell my journals as much as I can. I write value and I do value, and I'm always doing value for myself so that I can increase my net worth. What is my net worth? My net worth is better than yesterday. My net worth is being better than yesterday so that I can see how can I grow? How can I do? What can I do better? How can I prosper? I'm always thinking about better ways of thinking, and which is this moment anyway. This moment is the best way to think. Start to do for yourself. Start doing more. So that's what I do. I start to do. I start to plan. I start to journal my life, and I start to talk about me more in terms of my seminars, my podcasts, my videos, and I make sure that I'm always increasing my energy and exercising every day for myself, because I see the vitality, I see the vigor for myself, I see the strength that I have, I see the mentality that I have, I see the discipline I have, I see the motivation I have, I see the resilience I have, I see the joy I have, I see the happiness and confidence and courage I have, and it's working out for me, and I'm creating all this value, and people have to see me give value. So guess what? I have to create seminars now. So now it's just about practice for me. I have to prepare now for me. I have to do things in terms of how do I increase my time now? How do I increase my net profit now? How do I make sure that I give more value today so that I'm happier today than yesterday? So for me, that would be create more content for myself, make sure I'm always speaking about me in terms of my podcast and also in my videos and also in who I am, and making sure that no matter what, I stay away from social media, as I have a better plan for other people to make sure that they, no matter what, get what I deserve. And I deserve me the most in life. So I'm always looking for better ways to communicate. I'm always looking for better ways of thinking, but I'm always putting that I first. Now, when you're speaking, you have to realize communication is key to who you are. The better your communication, the better your life. Now, better your vocabulary, because vocabulary has everything to do with mindset, it has everything to do with who you are, and it has everything to do with your habits. The better your mindset, the better your communication, the better your vocabulary, the better you're going to succeed. Because communication is spirituality. The more vocabulary you have, the more successful you have. The more context you have, the better person you are. The better you are with your finances. Communication equals finances. Those people who have better communication skills have better finances as well. Now, I worked on my communication skills. How? I create journals. I do journals every single day so that I can communicate better, so that I can learn faster, so that I can plan my life better, so that I can make lists of reasons why I must do something, so that I can see in my day what to do, and so that I can write value for you in those journals and sell them for myself so I can make more money, so that I can be better than yesterday, so that I can do anything in my journals that's required for me to make sure that I plan my day and that my day is on schedule, and that I make sure that I succeed and do everything that I need that's possible for me inside the journal, because I plan it, because I set goals in my journal, and my journal helps me move forward. And I make sure no matter what, my journal is my best asset right now, because I give so much value in it. And I have over the next 73 years to do journals for myself only, because it's for me. I do it for me. I never do it for other people. I do it to grow, baby. I do it to grow. I give value to grow. I never do it for anyone but me. So when I give a seminar, I'm doing it for me, to grow for me. Now it's your turn. Now when I say it's your turn, I mean it's my turn too. Now I never leave myself out of it. You must be able to realize that no matter what, you need to get up on stage as well as me. And I need to be able to always go everywhere on my own and make sure I'm number one always in my life, because I am number one in my life. And I'm always giving a public seminar somewhere in your local area, and currently at the moment I still have to start them, but that's what's going to happen for me. So no matter what, I'm always looking for better ways of setting goals, even in podcasts for myself, because I have a vision, and the vision is be better than yesterday every single day, and I never care about anything else. I only care to improve my communication skills, improve my physique, improve my value given into the world, and that way I boost my finances, I look greater than yesterday, I'll do better than yesterday, I'm everything better than yesterday. That's why I get to revisit everything in terms of my life, and I get to self-reflect. I get to look at the person I am today, and I actually get to pick out everything that I need in terms of my life, and I get to actually learn and grow, and I get to do everything in my life in terms of where I am, and I get to look inside the most. When I look inside the most, I'm happier, I'm more joyful for myself, I'm more abundant, I'm more prosperous, because I do time management. And time management for me is everything. Why is it everything? Because I get to see that I, for example, have 32 years extra time as I've done that for myself. I've actually created 32 years extra time. How? I became vegan. I do 1 to 3 minute meal preps. That's already 10 years right there. I stay away from the YouTube as much as I can, so that I can increase my time, so that I can actually focus on myself, so that I can actually progress, and so that I can actually do some more podcasts and be more productive in terms of my success, in terms of who I am, in terms of what I do, so that I can actually learn and grow and become 100 and more. So no matter what, I seek to have a full experience in this moment as much as I can. And I stay away from restaurants, I stay away from investing in certain food, I stay away from eating certain food. That's already time increased in my life, because I go into the best foods. I stay away from the gym, and my plan before was to go to the gym every single day for 1 hour. And because I calculated over 73 years that it's going to take 3 years for me to be going to the gym to actually get my physique actually in the best shape possible, I just chose to stay away from the gym for myself, so that I can go work out in the park instead. And that way I save $54,000 too, because I have no gym in my life. I actually have the park as my gym. And what I do in the park is I make sure I grow, I make sure I learn, I make sure I'm always doing something related to my journaling, always saying how my life is, always talking about me in terms of my experience. And that's how you get your experience out there. You talk about yourself the most. Talk about yourself, make sure you're giving all the words that you can, succeed the most, and use the you as well. As Ben Harvey says, Ben Harvey goes, use you in communication. Now when you're using the word you, you're referring to them, okay? Now when you're referring to them, it's going to also help you in terms of your life to communicate better, and to make sure that you look at people in the eye, and that you actually are more of a leader in front of them. Now what I do in my daily life, I talk based on experience, and to talk based on experience, you have to also speak about I. You have to speak about yourself, is what I mean. But I is the most greatest aspect of who anybody is. The I is actually the strongest word in the universe. I am. It's actually I. I attract this. I attract everything positive. I am the best in the world. I am everything in life. I am number one in my life. I am number one in everything. Do you understand? So no matter what, you have to be equal in your life, and make sure no matter what that you're better in your life than ever. So when I say be equal, I mean be better than yourself. Be a person who is actually growing, who is actually fundamental in all your skills, that's improving you. Always making sure you're learning as fast as you can, planning your life as much as you can, doing everything in your life as much as you can, so that you can succeed more, so that you can be more prosperous, so you can show more communication skills with the you faction. Making sure that you're using everything in your power to use those words to communicate, because it's so important in today's world to make sure that your attitude is up there and that your attitude is never falling nor degrading itself. Make sure you're never degrading yourself in life. So when I speak in terms of my attitude, I always look to maintain my habits and improve myself from that point. And that's my attitude. Improvement is my attitude. I talk about improvement all the time. Each seminar I do, each public speaking event, everything I do in life is always about improvement. And then what I can do is I can switch it on to you now. And I can say that's what you must do. You must do that. You must be able to think mentality, think prosperity, think abundance, think positivity, think discipline. As Zig Ziglar said. And then what you do is you actually use credits. What is a credit? A credit is someone who taught you something. Use them as the person who taught you that idea. So to live in the power of now is Eckhart Tolle, who's taught me to live in this moment. Do you understand? But guess what? I actually taught myself how to live in this moment even more. You understand? And that's how I gain more trust in myself, because I put myself before Eckhart Tolle. So when you're speaking in terms of I and you, what you need to do is speak about I when you give an experience, and speak about you when you are lifting others. Now either way, you're giving ideas. You're giving ideas either way, but make sure that no matter what, you're always experiencing something new for yourself, making sure you're always relaxed on stage, making sure you're relaxed around people, and that you're always focused on yourself and what you're saying, because it's only important what you are saying. Nothing else matters except for who you are, and that's why you improve yourself. So you push through that, and you actually say to people that they matter, that they are worth it, because that's you who is speaking that. So when you're lifting other people up, you're actually lifting yourself up as well. Just remember that. Otherwise, you'd be falling down on your habits. So never fall down on your habits. Make sure you're increasing your habits. Make sure that you're bettering your habits. Make sure you're doing everything in your power to make sure you can do a better job for yourself in terms of life, in terms of experience, in terms of who you are, and always make sure you're succeeding the most that you can. As life is about improvement and life is about living this moment right now, so live as much as you can in the moment, and just make sure to always do what you can to succeed, and always live your life according to who you are now, but improve it all the time. Improve your life and always just focus on yourself and what you're doing. Because when you're focusing on other people, attention is going on to other people. So focus more on yourself, so that you can actually bring that attention back into what you're doing, because that's how you give it 100%. You cannot be giving a public speaking event when you're watching other people speak between themselves. Do you understand? So that is a key communication skill as well. That is body language. That is also skills that you can use. Now I teach skills, I teach everything in terms of emotional language, in terms of mindset, in terms of dictionary and vocabulary and abundance and consciousness, how to be more aware. I show you some resources, I show you some everything that is going to benefit you in terms of your life. So I'm always looking for better ways to improve, better ways to speak, better ways to do anything. So I have to always bring it to the I when I need to relate it to my experience and what my life is about. So as I said in this podcast, my life is about everything positive. I'm always looking for better ways of thinking. Today I have to actually go and journal now, and I have to actually find out, how do I move forward from this point? I always have to go back to my journal and write some value, and I have to always make sure I'm giving more value. Why? Because it's about success. And you have to have that kind of mentality as well. So here, I brought it back to you now. So now, in terms of where I have to go from this point, I can go back to I, or I can go back to you. And I learn as I go. And as I do podcasts, I actually find out what I can do much better than yesterday in terms of my communication as I teach it. And you have to realize, as I teach, so shall I be. Because what I teach is who I am. What I teach is what I live. What I teach is what I breathe. What I teach is what I stand by. So always stand for better. Make sure you're always using the I and you, but make sure that the words that you're saying is always about you. Okay? Because it starts with you and ends with you, but also starts with I and ends with I. You understand? So I is more important than you. Do you understand? So you have to realize to say that as well for yourself, that I is more important than you. I need you to repeat that. I is more important than you. Because I is everything. I is everything. Now, use I more. Have a bigger I. The I is everything. The I is strong. The I is your strongest mentality. Have a strong I. Be selfish in I. It's I that must succeed. I must do this. I need you to repeat it. I must do this. I must succeed. I am everything. I am positive. Because that's what you do when you need to succeed. You need to have a strong I. I is everything. I is your belief system. The stronger your I, the stronger everything in your life. The better your I, the better you are. So have a strong I. Be able to see how you speak language in front of people. Be able to move around and actually coordinate yourself in a podcast, how you actually be on stage and how you'll be talking about it. Because I do this on the spot. Just as Tony Robbins does, I do my podcast on the spot too. Why? Because I practice this way. Because I've learned so much information in terms of speaking it over and over again in a different way that I can always now just pick up where I left from and increase my blueprint. Now, what is my blueprint? Everything that I speak about, everything that I live, everything that I am. So look for ways that you can actually improve. When it's more important to speak about I, speak about I. When it's more important about leading people and making sure that you give ideas in terms of lifting people up for them, then do that for yourself. You understand? And make it about you all the time. Now, you can use I and you can use you. Just make sure that no matter what, you're lifting yourself and others. That's how you do it. And you make sure no matter what, you're always looking for better ways of speaking, better ways of connecting, better ways of making sure that you express yourself in a way that's going to be cherry on the top. Do you understand? Because those people who are speaking and learning from what they say are people who are the fastest growers of the world. They're the people who are the fastest doers of the world. They're the people who are the financially richest people of the world and also the financially healthiest people of the world. You understand? Now, health is a finance too. The healthier you are, the more finances you have. Do you understand? You have to realize health is wealth. The more wealth you have is the more health you have. Now, some people have wealth but have no health. But the more health you have is really the richness. You need to be able to have the health first. Have the health and you have the wealth, because the health is the wealth. Say you have level 10 health and level 5, say you have level 10 health, you will always have level 10 finances. But say you have level 10 finances but level 1 health, you always have level 1 financials aspects of life. Do you understand? Because however you got that money, you either got it through criminal work, or either your parents gave it to you, or you are just lying in terms of who you are. You understand? No matter what, you can make money in terms of being worse than yesterday. Yeah, because some of my mentors are doing that. They're worse than yesterday and they're millionaires. But that's never the life to live. It's better to be better than yesterday than worse than yesterday. Would you agree? Would you rather be better than yesterday or worse than yesterday? I hope you said that you would rather be better than yesterday. Because those mentors who apparently have $80 million net worth of mine and 160 million net worth, whatever, guess what, guys? They are more miserable today than they were when they were born. Do you understand? I see it. I see it. They're just worse in who they are. They're worse. They're worse. I can see it. And you have to realize that that's never the way to live. The way to live is to be better than yesterday and take more action than anybody else, and make sure no matter what, you're always inspiring and always looking for better ways of communication in terms of I and you, and always relating to that. Relate. How can you better your communication and look at people at the same time and always be more confident to give more ideas on stage and always never run out of ideas? Ask questions. Ask people questions. What is your question? What is your question? And that's going to help you to spark imagination and to be able to give more public seminars for people. But make sure that you're using your hand gestures around. Make sure you're smiling on stage. Make sure that you're laughing with people, and that you're never laughing at them. Make sure you're never laughing at people. Laughing at people is getting you nowhere, okay? And that's what a bully does. A bully actually laughs at people. So no matter what, never be a bully. Okay, never make fun of people. And never make fun of yourself either. Never be a bully for yourself. Never self-criticize yourself so much. Never even self-critic yourself. All you do is uplift yourself. Just uplift yourself and others. Be an upbeat person. An upbeat person is actually a person who is lifting and inspiring the world. Guys, honestly, when you're giving a public seminar, make sure you're growing. Make sure you're doing something according to who you are and how you are actually making decisions. Make them through emotional aspects of who you are, and make it through your mindset. Now, the better your communication, the better you can do, the better you can do everything in terms of your mentality, spirituality, emotions, health, and everything that you can grasp in terms of bewilderment. And make sure you're never confused, because bewilderment means confused. So say any word that you get confused on and make sure that you better yourself through it. Because the only way to learn is to teach it. That's why you see me and Tony Robbins, we get up on stage, and what do? We actually start to just do it. We do what we have always done. Now, I must see now, no matter what, that I, in my life, am better than yesterday. So that means no matter what, I was always doing this in my life. I was always doing it, even when I was worse than yesterday. I was always needing to be that inspirational person. Why not? Who never needs to be inspiring in life? I, from the age of 1 year old, from the moment I was born, I started to inspire the people around me. You understand? But guess what? Then I started to believe other people, and other people started to drag me down. And then I believed them, and I started to drag myself down. And for 10 years, I started to suffer because I was believing other people around me. And then I took some leap of faith, and I said, hey, let me start reading from other people who are never in my area. And then I picked up Eckhart Tolle's book, and then I started to progress forward, and then I started to read more, and then I started to pick up information, and I started to apply it, and here I am today as a life coach. And now when I make sure that no matter what, I am always looking for better ways of communication, I'm always looking for how to be in a better way in terms of life, so that I can actually succeed, so that I can actually do something that's far more valuable for myself. And I only think about myself every single day. Do you understand? I only think about myself. I say, what is it for me that's going to succeed today? What is it in for me to succeed today? So what I do is always ask myself a better question. And the better question is, how can I improve today? Do you understand? I never seek to take from people. What I do is, I never ask, what is it in for me? No. I say, how can I help you, sir? Because it's about service. The more service you give, the more you are going to be rich. Do you understand? You never seek to take from people. You only seek to give your heart, your whole being, your whole soul. You seek to actually improve the person. Make sure that you're learning from it. Make sure you're growing from it. And then you'll be even better than before. So that's what I do. I always seek, how can I add value to the world around me? Now, there are many people in my life today who are in hostels right now, and I never speak to them. I only speak to them when I need to. I stay away from them as much as I can, because they take my time, and my time is more valuable. They add no value for my life. So I stay away from them as much as I can, And I make decisions even inside my podcast, even inside my seminars. I make sure to put myself in perspective, and I make sure to better my perspective through my podcast and through my videos and through my public speaking programs and everything I do. It's inside my journal and everything I do, I'm always looking, how can I improve? What can I do to better my life? And how can I improve other people in terms of who I am today? And I'm always asking myself that question. How can I improve today? What can I do today to improve? How can I increase my time today? How can I increase my finance today? What is taking away my finances? Where am I investing my finances? Where can I go today to improve myself? What skills do I have to learn today to be able to improve myself? Now, no matter what, that is a question I have to ask more. What kind of skills do I have to improve today? Now, no matter what, I have to own up to some of my aspects of who I am. But no matter what, I always ask myself, how do I better my skills? And the best way to better my skills is always to give more value. So that is the question answered. Give more value and you have more skills. Give, and you shall receive. You understand? So to better your skills, the only way you can better them is to give more value. Now, I never take value, I only give it. The more value I take, the more I give. But I make sure, no matter what, to give more than I take. Because that's the way of life. The way of life is always give before you take. You understand? Give before you take. That's why I wake up in the morning and I'm on the ball. I'm already giving value before I even read from someone. You understand? Because I have something to give. I have something to say. I have something to do every single day. And for 7 months, I've been able to travel and be better than yesterday while traveling. You understand? So no matter what, you have to see that most people in life can never do that. Most people in life can never go out of their 9 to 5. And that's why you have to teach them how to do that. That's why I'm teaching them how to do that. Because most people are stuck. And I'm never stuck in life. That's why I have to teach them how to become better. Because we always need more leaders. We need people who are going to lead. So step up. Start doing something. As Arnold Schwarzenegger says, he says, instead of watching TV, start doing it. You understand? He never says start doing politics. He never says start doing whatever it is you're watching. He says start doing something to improve the world. Now when you're improving the world, all you're focusing on is yourself. Improve yourself first and the world will improve for you. So guys, this has been my podcast for now. I hope that you've enjoyed and I hope to see you in the next one. Guys, I have so much coming up. I'll make sure that no matter what, you guys get the best deals on your product, which is me. And I'll make sure no matter what, you're always in my mind in terms of who I am. And I always make sure that I give you the best value in your life. And I'll make sure to always show the most intimacy I can in terms of my communication and who I am, because that's the life. That's what you need. You need more communication skills and you need to be able to look people in the eye and you have to be able to say, hey, I'm here for you, okay? Because I represents you first, so I'm here for you, okay? And I'm here to help you so that I can help myself. Guys, thank you very much and I'll see you in our next podcast.